Facebook reported earnings last night, and it reported showing that the market is about to surge, and you need to understand why. They reported earnings down 49%. They reported their earnings per share down 52%. But the key number is their revenues. The amount of money they generated was only down 4%. And now what they have to do is put their business back into high gear with low cost, reduce their costs, and they're laying off people, they're canceling rent, and leases, and they're going to get profitable again. And right behind it, you've got OpenAI. You've got artificial intelligence. You've got machine learning. This market's going to take off. Let's look at it and how we should maneuver accordingly.
Best of Us Investors presents Carrie Griegmeyer.
This is the financial report for Facebook, and it breaks it down pretty simply. This is the 3 months ending December the 31st. This is the year end. And here you see their revenues in 21 were $33.6 billion and 32.1 in 22 for a decrease of 4%. Let's stay on the quarterly basis. That says then their income from those revenues were $12 billion and dropped to $6 billion. So their earnings, their income dropped 49%. We come down here and after expenses and margins, interestingly enough, their margins dropped 17% from 20% or from 37 to 20. And their net income dropped 55%. And you can see it. It's all in the expenses that they incurred. But the important number here is their revenue only dropped 4%. That means their advertising revenue kept up, much to the non-belief of people like me. I believe their revenue would be down substantially. If you take these numbers and then bring it all the way down, their earnings per share dropped from $3.67 per share to $1.76, or a drop of 52%. That's terrible. That's terrible. But you keep coming back to this number, that their revenues are up. They have announced they're cutting staff. They've laid off, I think it was 11,000 people. They're cutting their leases on property. So they're becoming more efficient. And when you see that, you say, this company has a bright future in front of it. It has all the past mistakes behind it. And now you add to that the change in technology, artificial intelligence, the metaverse. This company has a very bright future. Again, just to give you an understanding, year to year, revenue was down just 1%, even though this stock is down some 60%. Today, it's up 24%. Income from operations down 38%, not as bad as the quarter. And then their earnings per share from $13.77 to $8.50 or 59 cents, or down 38%. So what the market is saying is those are terrible numbers and a big drop, but it's not in the revenue. The revenue has only decreased year over year by 1%. And that's the key element. If Mark then can raise his hand and say, I know how to fix this, and we can get back to the prices of over a year ago, or the stock, we have a big winner. And are they going to fit into the AI revolution? Yes. Let's talk about that some more. So Meta's back, right? I believe it is. Let's look at the chart. As you can see here, it got down all the way to $94 on November the 8th. It's now up to $108.90. That's a 2x. So did you miss it? Is it something gone by? No. You've got another 2x at it, because look at the top of the chart where it was at 383. Will it get back to there? Of course it will. So you've got another 2x opportunity. What I'm going to do is, it's gone up today on, I guess, a reprieve that there is a future for Meta. I don't try to buy on green days. I try to buy on red days. I think it will have something of a pullback. Do I think it will go back to 94? No way. I do not believe Meta will ever see 94 again. But I do believe it could come down from 190 to 180, and that might happen tomorrow, based on probably the reports by people like Amazon and others. But this is going forward. This is going straight up, as is all the big tech. I know I heard Jim Cramer today say, this is crazy. Big tech is something that isn't going to be where the future is. Jim, wake up. The world is changing. Maybe your world isn't changing, but the healthcare world, the tech world is changing, and Kathy Woods will have a comeback. Believe me. So I'm buying into Facebook at the first pullback, hopefully tomorrow. The other stock I'm very interested in getting into, I tried to get into yesterday, was Microsoft. I tried to buy it at 240, and I was a little bit stingy, and as a result, I didn't get it. It's now up to 260. I'm looking for a pullback there. I have to get back into Microsoft. It is going to be a part of OpenAI. We'll talk about that more tomorrow. And then I have to get back into Apple and Amazon. These are the stocks of the future. And the other one that I want to be an owner of is NVIDIA. This is what I'm going to be talking about in the next several days. And if you want to get into this growth opportunity, and I'm not mentioning that Editus, since I talked about it, is up about 20% just in the last week. These are the stocks that are going to take you into the future. I am going to speak specifically, not generally. I'm not really concerned about Jerome Powell and interest rates and inflation, because this is the second digital revolution, or the third. I've lost count. But it's happening. My life is going to change. My life in 10 years will look nothing like what it is today. I will probably have a chip in the back of the neck, and if I want to know who the 14th president of the United States is, all I'm going to have to do is think about it, and my mind will tell me, because I will have a computer in my neck. This is where we're going. I will not be subjected to cancer, as my father, my mother, and my daughter, and most of my relatives have, because genome sequencing is going to find that deficiency in my body. They're going to put a needle in my arm, and they're going to take it out of my body. All I have to do is live long enough, and I can live forever. That's where we're at. This mind is becoming obsolete. That computer is going to surpass it. It's going to give me a whole new world. What I gotta be afraid of is, when is that computer going to take over? That's something we talked about in Amy Webb's book. Where is that? You've all read these books, haven't you? The Big Nine, and she talks about what happens when machine learning and general learning takes over and replaces the human being. I just saw something yesterday talking about that we will have a universal wage, because all the jobs that need to be done are going to be done by computers, and all we're going to be doing is entertaining each other. Wow, I think that's what I do now. So I'm way ahead of the game. Come join me at Best of Us Investors. Become a reader. Understand the future is faster than you think. There is a superpower, and we are deglobalizing. If you aren't reading, you aren't keeping up with the world that is changing right in front of you. Talk to you more about this tomorrow. There's nothing more exciting than Carrie Grinkmeyer and Best of Us Investors. So subscribe and get on in the tribe.